Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everyone. A stand-up comedy podcast based in Astoria, New York. My name is David Bakker. It's the week of November 6th, 2023. We're in November. Wow. Happy daylight savings. Just rolled out of bed. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was the extra hour. Got the extra hour. I guess I feel rested. It's good. Crisp fall air. It was a good weekend. Alexis and I went to see the New York City Comedy Festival stuff. We saw Sam Morril last night, which is pretty awesome. I mean, we got tickets and sat in the back, so it wasn't like the thing. But yeah, good stuff. The only downside was Joe List opened, which was super cool. Yeah, I'm a fanboy of his. And then Alexis and I were laughing super loud as soon as Joe List got up there, and then this couple that was sitting next to us whispered and said, "Excuse me, could you guys keep it down?" No, dude, isn't that ridiculous? Tell me if that's ridiculous. A couple at a comedy show said, "Oh, could you please keep it down? We're having a hard time enjoying the show." Like, yeah, I guess we laugh super loud, but dude, I don't get mad that much. But like, when he said that, I just wanted to strangle this dude. And then I really did, and I was like, I said, "No, dude, no, you can shut the fuck up." Well, I didn't say that. I wanted to, and then I realized Alexis was even madder, and she was about to literally fight them, so we had to calm down. But then it kind of ruined the rest of Joe's set for me because I was like, I can't focus on the jokes because now I'm worried. Am I an asshole? Like, well, whatever. But it was great. Sam Morril's fucking amazing. It was a great show. So. Fun to be in New York, but anyway. Speaking of good comics, though, we got a killer on the show today. Just absolute stud. Dude's going a million miles an hour. Always doing stuff. Our guest today, Alex Tomaselli. Alex is an awesome dude. I met him a couple of shows through some friends, and this guy, just a very funny guy. He's a 5-year comic. I think he's been doing it 5 years. From Connecticut. This dude works so hard, it makes me tired. He's been doing stand-up in New York for the last year. He performs regularly all around the city. He's currently on the road with Zach Amico. He hosts the Yes Offense podcast, where you can find him and many other very funny comics in New York City. Check it out, link below. On this episode, I didn't listen to it back, but because it was pretty recent, but we talk a lot about love, a lot about relationships. Relationships are a good topic, I think, because for guys, girls, you're either in a happy one, you're in one that sucks, you're not in one and you'd like to be in one, or you hate the concept. But it's pretty interesting. Alex had a lot of thoughts on the topic. We also go into family dynamics, sex talks with dad, and why you should take a breath every once in a while to smell the roses. Little psychological advice. I think that's good. That's good, a little gay, but, you got to love yourself. You got to take a breath. Don't be so anxious, about doing more. You're doing the best you can, and you're doing great. Anyway, Alex is awesome. Love the dude. Follow him at all the links below, and definitely support that podcast. It's really cool. He's been doing it like 130 episodes. That's about how long this one's been going. So for those of you who have listened to this, throw it on. Support another podcast that's on the upswing, and, that's put a lot of work in, or he's put a lot of work into it. So, all right, that's it for Alex's intro. I'm not going to shout out the local South Carolina shows, but if you're watching from down there, keep following Greenville SC Comedy. They got tons of stuff going on. Yeah, that's it for the intro. Hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Alex Tomaselli. Here it is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, did you hit record?
Yeah.
Oh, you can cut that part
I
out.
will at the beginning.
Okay.
We didn't say anything that bad. Yeah.
I didn't know you were hitting record. You could leave it in.
No,
too,
yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. Roommates. How's it go? This is good. This is good.
Oh,
a big laugh that nobody knows why we're laughing or what.
Just hit a bleep right there.
Nothing negative.
Negative.
It's all good. Silly.
Your face isn't pie red for no reason. Wait, pie. Beet red.
Beet red.
Pie red.
Is pie red?
It's not a thing.
Is
I'm
there a
fucking
red
idiot.
pie? Cherry pie red. Yeah, there you go.
I'm a fucking
Silly,
dork, dude.
silly Sally in the building.
Hell yeah, dude. Alex Tomaselli.
Alex Tomaselli. Silly Sally right there.
That's me on
Smash that
Instagram.
follow button.
Yeah, that's Silly Sally on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes Offense Podcast. Legend. CT
Yeah.
comic legend.
Yeah.
Future New York City legend.
Future, current.
I
Why
hope
not?
so. Legend?
Dude, I don't know. I think so. I mean, I don't know shit. I just got here,
Oh,
but like,
thanks,
so what the
man.
fuck do I know? But the thing I noticed about your, stuff is you're doing a bunch of shit.
I guess, man.
Very
I always
busy.
think I'm
You're
not
grinding.
doing enough.
Do you?
Dude, all the time.
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad today about how I wish I was doing more
Yeah.
all the time. Like I'm like I feel like I should be farther than not even farther. I should be getting more consistent work. I just don't know
Yeah.
how to get it.
Well, you're about to pop off, bro. 'cause
I hope so.
This podcast
Oh, yeah,
is
this one.
about to break. No,
Hell yeah.
no, that's cool, dude. So, what does your dad think about all the
He's
Exit.
he wishes he could help me more, but he's very
supportive though?
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah?
dude. My dad's seen me at my worst and probably at my crush like super hard.
Okay.
But he always points out, he goes, just remember from where you started, because he was there, and it's like
Yeah.
there's none of this.
Yeah.
This is it. I wouldn't even. I mean, I didn't have my own podcast. I wasn't on people's podcasts. So
Right.
there's one thing. Think about it like that.
Yeah. Like there was
Yeah.
a time when you weren't doing any of that shit.
Nah, dude,
right?
I didn't.
So
well,
it started from a smaller place.
yeah, man,
is
I
what
didn't
you're
even
saying.
think before I did stand up. Months into stand up, I didn't even think about moving to New York City.
Okay.
And then when I
You
came,
didn't think about it.
not
yet.
at all, dude.
No.
I didn't even think about. Yeah, I didn't. I took it seriously, but not that serious in like the
Yeah.
first few months of stand up. Then when I went and did stand up in California on vacation, I was like, oh, if I can do it over here, I can. Like, it
Interesting.
makes sense. you know,
Interesting.
both coasts.
No,
East
that
Coast,
was
West.
probably really beneficial to do
It was.
in California. Just
And-
mentally be like, it's the same thing
Yeah,
over here.
exactly.
It's not like 18 levels.
Yeah, in my home country too. Right? In my country is how I
Yeah.
looked at it. It's like if I could do it on this side in the east
Yeah.
west, I could probably do it in the middle.
And you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to ask stupid questions
That's
that I
fine,
should
bro.
know. Where are you from again?
Connecticut,
Connecticut. Okay.
Middletown, Connecticut, baby.
Okay.
The mental they call it.
The mental? Why do they call Connecticut the mental?
No. Middletown they call it.
Middletown.
And it's called that because they have CVH, which I live down the street from, Connecticut Valley Hospital. A lot of famous, like Son of Sam lived there and stuff. A lot of famous.
Fuck, it's a famous mental
yeah,
hospital?
mental institution.
Ah.
Top of the line, allegedly.
Interesting.
Yeah, and not only that, it's got so much like rehabilitation centers, halfway houses, and former relocated pedophiles. It's just
Holy
so
shit,
yeah, just a
dude.
lot. If you look on that like red dot thing,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
every
yeah.
neighborhood, it's like
Yeah.
not just for I just mean for danger,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just spread out throughout Middletown. It's a lot of people, a lot of random homeless people, people with mental issues.
Is
and,
it known
yeah.
as like the top of the line place for people to like get
for
help?
that one, Connecticut Valley Hospital.
Connecticut
Yes, it
Valley.
is. It's like pretty. That's what I mean. We have stars there. Man. I don't know who's
Stars?
there now. That's what I mean. Son
Oh,
of
like
Sam was
rehab,
there.
Like not just.
Oh no, I didn't
mentally
mean no. I
crazy?
didn't mean that.
Oh, like
I meant
fa-
yeah, like
famous
crazy
people.
people.
Oh, I think it's like John Mulaney
No.
goes there for his coke habit.
Famous,
Like,
insane
no.
people. Yeah.
Okay, so the famous crazies.
Yeah,
Son
dude.
of Sam.
Son of Sam, he shot people in New York and stuff
So
like
you're
that.
that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
part of your like comic origin story is like being close to an
Yeah.
area that is famous for.
Dude,
Yeah,
when we were
that's
younger,
badass.
my boys and I remember specifically we were walking around our neighborhood for all day, like just like young kid shit, just kicking
Yeah.
a can, whatever, getting fishing with and shit like that.
How old were you?
I want to say 11. I'm gonna
Okay.
say let's
Oh.
say 11.
Classic days.
11.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
prime.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's like
my
Stand
boys-
By Me age.
yep.
Yeah.
Stand by me, exactly. Stand by me
Yeah.
type shit's going on,
Yeah.
and we're all day. We see this chopper in the sky, and we're like, "Yo, it's like Goodfellas." We're like, "Yo, why is this chopper following us?" It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, every single place we went in our neighborhood, it seemed like it was following us. And then
Yeah.
I get home. We get home dusk or whatever,
Uh-huh.
nighttime, and my dad's just sitting on the couch, and he like looks at us walk in, and we go, "Hey, Dad," and he looks up and goes. This is before cell phones.
Right.
And he just looks at us and goes, "Whew, thank God." And we go, "What?" He goes, there's been like one of the mental Patience got out today.
Yeah.
He's been running around the neighborhood all day. I didn't know where you were, and I'm just glad you're back. And we just like looked at him like, what the fuck? Like you didn't think like to check or like he was like, I figured you guys would be okay.
Yeah,
and we
shit.
were. They caught him. He didn't do anything, but it was
Right.
just funny. The fact that like all day we were just out while there was a sane person, probably just like a yard next to us.
It's weird
just
to
like
think about
hiding.
that too, because this was probably
it.
what, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So free cell phone. Like what could a parent
If a
do?
mental dude did
They
fuck with
couldn't
us
do
though, we would
anything.
have fucked him up and or we would have been able to outrun him.
Y'all
like
like taking them?
Yeah, dude, we weren't like
Ragtag group of 11
Yeah, we were ragtag. We weren't like
Yeah.
bad, but we could fuck you up.
Yeah. So okay, as an 11-year-old, like 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
Like what
Wait,
type of
yeah.
student were you? Were you like the
Is
type
this-
of kid that would like?
Yeah, it would be 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like get in trouble?
Not too
Often?
much. No, I was
a
pretty. Both my
medium amount?
parents were teachers at the time. So
Your
I
parents
had,
were teachers.
yeah.
Okay.
So I
So you knew.
didn't really fuck around.
Yeah.
Too much.
But I wonder if that's also like pastors' kids. You do get into a fair amount of trouble.
Well,
like,
when they got divorced, I really started. I smoked weed. I became a drug dealer. Not drug dealers, weed dealer.
yeah. Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
That happened.
Yeah, dude, I'm digging into your childhood here, but
That's fine, dude.
You don't mind?
Not at all.
I'm
I was
curious.
not molested, so
Okay,
that's
no molestation. It's all
no.
fine.
So everything
How-
is pretty good.
How old were they when were you when they got divorced?
16.
16.
The perfect time to get divorced people out there when your
Yeah.
kids are 16.
So
get
where when you're about
divorced.
to drive? And
It's horrible,
they
dude. It's the
can't-
worst time.
It's the worst.
It's
time.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like when I needed stability in the house. When I needed them to explain shit to me and help me and have a united front behind
Yeah.
their son.
Yeah.
Instead, they're constantly fighting,
Yeah.
delegating shit between each other to me.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to just fuck for the first time, and I need advice on that, and I can't get it because my
Yeah.
dad's doesn't know how to explain it to me. He's
you
a fucking
needed
he's dealing
advice?
with my nut. No, I'm just saying, like,
You wanted to.
who
Dad-
doesn't?
Dad,
Fucking, I'm trying to do a bit on this where like dads, do your dad tell you how to do anything?
dude, I have a horrible sex talk thing.
Yeah,
with my
dude,
dad.
like-
my dad took us out to Arizona.
Well, yeah.
For, under the guise of a father-son trip to the Grand Canyon. That's what I
Okay.
thought it was. So we get in the fucking car. Sorry, Dad, if you listen to that. I don't even think he does. It
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter. We can't talk about it, whatever. And then we get on the road. It's like hours north. And he puts in these cassette tapes. And they're Christian cassette tapes. And each one is
Oh,
a chapter
God.
about a different sexual topic. And he stared forward. I stared out the window. We were like, yeah.
That's
was
that.
It. That was
So,
it.
all right,
Didn't
not-
say a word
not-
after that.
All right, my dad at least gave me a good talk. He
Yeah.
explained consent pretty well. I have to give my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
really good credit on that. He
I
was
don't know if consent was in the tapes.
no, yeah, probably not for the guy. Yeah, for the biblical.
Okay, so he gave you consent talk.
pretty
Okay.
good on that, all that, but he was
That's
not
good.
good at explaining how to talk to women or pursue women or get women.
Yeah.
He still does.
Dude, I
isn't
didn't get
good
any
at
of that either.
He's not good at that at all. And I think
Yeah.
just because he's not good at it, and I'm not even that good at it, I just know to keep trying. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. So
Well, I know how to-
shit. What have you learned since?
I know
I'm
how to
always
give
open.
people advice, but my thing,
This is a good topic.
I'm
for
pretty.
people to
So
learn
my
if you
thing
got-
with women has, those whatever fucking those I've encountered may know is I'm just not. I just hang out. If I get a vibe, I know when. Let's put it this way: if I meet a girl and we're talking,
Yeah.
if I get a vibe and she's cute, let's go. Like
Right.
that's it. It's like
Okay,
and-
let's go.
And
What's-
vibe. So simple vibe.
What's
for-
the move? What's the vibe and what's the move?
my
Those are
my
questions.
vibes are always, if this girl's talking to me for longer than she keeps asking me questions.
Great. Yes.
Yes.
Good. There. I agree
I go,
with that.
okay, this girl's
Yes.
interested in me for somewhat.
Yeah.
Big other tell, if you're looking them in the eye and they're also returning eye contact, that's
Yeah.
good. They're not like darty away. If
Yeah.
they're like really looking at you, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, then if they're facing you
Yeah.
specifically, like
Yeah.
if a woman is facing you,
Yeah.
especially if you're sitting down, if your legs, like our legs, like this right now, if we were like facing each other and
Yeah, we'd
touching
be-
legs,
Yeah, we'd be about to
it's
fuck.
on, dude. And then if you can facilitate all of those within a conversation,
Yeah.
and then at that point, dude, it's like, first of all, if this girl smokes weed, you smoke weed? Yeah. Do you want to go smoke weed after this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Go back to someone's apartment, and then the TV's on.
Ask about smoking weed. Okay.
Yeah, that's
And then
that's me. So some women don't like what I've also learned. This you got to find out if this is this type of girl. If you can smoke weed with a girl, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on right now. I gotta go to bed. Like because
Yeah.
they're fucking stoned. It's because they just get too stoned.
I just
And
sound like
that's
somebody who
fine.
doesn't
Drinking usually is
doesn't
actually the best
smoke
way to
that
go
much.
with.
Somebody.
What?
You'd think if
I
somebody
smoke a
smoked a
lot.
lot, they wouldn't have that reaction of like,
I've made
oh
that-
fuck, I
dude,
got to go to bed.
That's
Like
the thing,
that's
though.
surprising.
I've
to
made
me.
that mistake with a girl. Is like
Unless
I don't
maybe
smoke,
she thought
dude,
she was a certain way about you, and it's more about like, oh, I don't feel.
maybe
Maybe I.
You know what it is?
Thoughts.
What I've had happen. I love smoking weed. It's my favorite
Uh-huh.
vice. It's the only
Legal
vice I
in
have.
New York City, in
Yep.
case any of my coworkers are listening.
So my whole thing is I love to smoke weed. So if a girl is even remotely interested in smoking weed, I'm down.
Right.
But what I've learned, if a girl's like, I don't really smoke weed,
Mhm.
wait for her to want to smoke weed. Do not
Right.
do it before you are trying to bang, because that's when that'll happen. I've had that happen numerous
Yeah,
times.
they'll be like, oh, I don't feel the same. Like,
They're like,
they're
I'm
not sure about you anymore.
Yeah, it's not even they're not sure about you. They're just they're stoned.
Yeah.
The way they
Yeah.
get stoned, it's almost like drunk to them, where they're like, I'm not thinking straight,
Yeah.
and it's completely fine. I've
Yeah.
left hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've left people's apartments hard. All right.
Yeah.
I've just left.
Oh, you left.
Walked
Oh, yes.
the streets.
Yeah.
Hard.
You hoard. Hard?
Hard. My
Hoard.
penis is hard.
Hoard.
Yes.
Diamond cutter out of the
Yeah,
apartment.
and
Yes.
I've had to walk it
So-
off. That's my point, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Yeah.
it's my dad.
I
taught
liked
me
what
well.
you said about the vibe thing, because I definitely agree with that,
Dude,
because it's
Yeah.
weird. Like you'll have this conversation and that you're getting stuff back, and you're like, this isn't
Yeah.
nobody thinks I'm
And
that interesting.
So yeah,
I-
sorry, I'll let
yeah.
you continue.
No. That's
I didn't mean to.
that's basically it.
Yeah, dude.
It
If
is.
you're not, listen. I love attractive women. I'm big on I love the traditional. I'm a '90s kid, dude. I
Yeah.
love like
Tens, like
yes,
shoot for
yeah,
tens?
shit, fucking
Yeah.
yes, exactly. I love a Margot Robbie. All right,
Yes.
per se. But wow, fuck.
Are you
I'm
the type-
stoned.
well, I can-
shit. What were we just talking
I was-
about right before that?
Vibes.
Vibes.
A
Exactly.
10 does not
Okay.
give you that
Yes.
vibe.
So nope. I've hooked up with some pretty attractive women.
I
have
have
to say.
too.
I
I
have
have
to say.
too.
And
But-
this is what I'll say. I've also hooked up with attractive women where there's no vibe, but
Yeah.
I just not that there wasn't a sexual vibe. It's just we've
Yeah.
ended up back at their apartment, and I do not perform well if there's no vibe. There's no vibe. I've
Right.
learned that.
If there's no vibe and they're hot, then it's just like intimidating as fucking. No barriers have been broken
Yeah.
down, and then it's like it's more pressure.
Yeah, dude.
I agree with that.
There's no spark for me, if you will.
Yeah.
If there's a spark with me and a
Yeah.
chick, and she's
Yeah.
not smoking hot,
Yeah.
I'm there. But it always helps if they're cute. Like I've definitely
100%.
had. I do not buy into the tens can't throw down. They can throw down.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
they can throw down.
What was I gonna say about the? Yeah, I think I've heard this theory, and it makes total sense. Of like a 10 is like they're not gonna give you that vibe easily because they are approached 1,000 times a day,
Yeah.
or gawked at 1,000 times. They have to have a stronger vetting system of like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just gonna fuck them. For the sake of time and my own sanity, and
Yeah.
so you gotta find different ways to break that down.
Yeah. So
But-
the vibe thing is a big.
Yeah.
big for
Did
me.
you look at dating like, I don't know? This is really bad to say.
What?
Conquesty in terms of like
I still do.
I want a girl to be at a minimum attraction.
Yes, I
level.
still do.
It's so horrible.
What do you want from me?
I do too.
I'm 31 and I'm young.
Yeah.
I feel younger
I
than
feel
I am.
I feel I'm old as fuck, but doesn't matter. I
Um,
don't know. Yeah.
No,
is
what's
it bad to admit out
no,
loud?
what's
I
wrong-
want a girl that's
What?
super hot.
Yeah, well, dude, so this is how I look at it. I've dated a lot of different women at this point, and at this, I am at the like vibe check thing,
Yeah.
and this is how I'll put it. I dated a girl. I talked about this in my podcast way, which is why it's probably fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this girl I dated for like a month
Mhm.
and some change, and she moved away. And I do regret not pursuing her more, because maybe I'd be more emotionally fulfilled in my life. I'd have love in my life. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Do I regret moving to New York City and with the things that have happened so far? No, because that's how it went down. And maybe me and this girl, when I moved out to Boston, we grew to hate each other. That's how I have to look at this.
Go to Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having said that, since that girl, if I don't meet a girl who is as cool as her, who fits that not exact, but like makes me feel the way she did
Yeah.
or better
Yeah.
or her,
Yeah.
I'm not settling.
Right.
That's me. And I mean, like,
No,
and
that's a
she
good
was
point.
hot.
So, can
So it's like
I want to
that.
go back to this.
You know.
You said that you had dated or talked for a few months before
A month and
moving
some
to
change,
New York.
yeah.
Yeah, and you made
Well,
the decision.
No, she moved. This was a while ago, dude. I was still planning on moving probably to New York anyways, but it was like
She moved.
she moved to Boston.
I see.
So
Okay, those
Yeah.
are good love stories. Where
Yeah.
like there was no obvious reason for you to break up except for the fact that circumstances dictated
Yeah,
it.
dude,
So there
it
was
re-
nothing toxic about it.
No,
but it
dude,
was
and
like,
dude, I wish her the best. I think
Yeah.
about her not at all too often or anything.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely like when I think about her, it's like
Yeah.
good shit. And I think
Yeah.
about a lot of women that way, believe it
For
or
sure.
not.
No, I
Yeah.
look back on my exes very favorably. I love
Well, okay.
all of them.
A lot
I
of-
think that's
okay.
good.
Well, not all my exes. I want to put that out there. There's my last ex. A lot of the women I've dated in the last few months, I think about very fondly, even if they are a little nutty.
Right.
I wish them the best. I wish
Yeah.
them all the happiest times.
Yeah.
But there are some women who, even so, like my ex from years ago, who we had a very bad breakup. If I saw her now, I genuinely might walk up to her and be like, "Hey, dude, my bad."
Oh,
My
I
bad.
thought you were gonna say I might.
No.
I was like, whoa.
Her, I'd definitely be like, my bad. I was
Yeah.
young. I was a fucking angry fuck.
Yeah.
That's on me. I don't even care about, like, because there's still things that she pissed me off about. Be like, honestly, those things you did pissed me off.
Yeah.
But I genuinely have been through so much shit now
Yeah.
that, like, I realize.
Time heals all. You realize the pettiness of kind of that.
But right
Yeah.
now I also feel a certain way about an ex who we dated for a year, who if she died, I would have the best day. I'm not gonna lie, dude. And no one would know why. I'd be like, why are you in such a good mood now? I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell anyone because I'd be
Yeah.
an asshole. But
Yeah. But mostly. Mostly.
what do you want
Positive.
from me, dude? I'm not a fan.
No, I'm just no. I appreciate it.
But
No,
everyone
that's-
else, dude,
that's
almost
for
every
sure
single
true.
girl I've dated at this point, even if I don't talk to them
Yeah.
because of bad shit, it's like I don't
Yeah,
care.
there's an ex.
really don't
there's
give
an
a
ex
fuck.
I had that I don't know, similar to your. We dated for like a year, and then I moved away to do sales, not comedy. And she's somebody that. What are you looking for?
My water that I left. Sorry.
Oh shit! You need to go.
Yeah, I'll grab it in the other room.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. All right, I'll hold this thought. It's super interesting.
Your ex
Anyway,
moved
it
away.
probably wasn't the right thing, but I moved away to pursue my career, which I had to do. And I think about her a lot. She's incredible. And you go through periods of like, you meet new girls and you're like, I'm not settling, like you said.
Yeah.
Unless I find that. But you look back fondly at, I'm kind of happy that I have something to look back at.
Me too.
As like an example of like, it's,
Yeah.
and then you can appreciate it when you see it again, hopefully.
Yeah, dude,
But-
because like you definitely notice it when you're in a relationship with someone who's awesome, but you're also like,
Yeah.
there's something not here. Like, and it's
Right.
not even their fault. It's just
Mhm.
something like, oh, this person's great, but I'm not as in love with them as I was.
Sure.
So am I really in love
Yeah.
with it? And then that's fucks
Yeah.
with your head.
The
But
tricky
I've-
part too is you can idealize a person in the past and forget the bad stuff.
Dude.
I've had that.
I was talking same shit today. Well, this was off my podcast, but
Okay. No
the-
worries, bro. We'll hit the same themes.
No,
It'll be
yeah,
good.
no. I mean, this was same subject, but we talked about it.
Wasn't on the record?
No, that's what I mean. So
Oh,
it's even
on the
better. Yeah, I
record.
know.
Exclusive on this.
I met this girl. Like I'm saying, it can be like that. Like I met this a different girl when I was 16.
Yeah.
Randomly, like on the beach, some
Mhm.
shit, and I was stricken by her. Like when I saw her, I was like, oh my. It's like it was like lightning hit me. They say this happens. So
Cupid's
love
arrow.
at first
You were
sight.
Gaga. Like,
Dude,
you're like,
I went,
fuck.
dude,
I'm
I
into
like
this
tongue
girl.
out of my mouth, like,
That's great when that happens. I want it to happen.
started talking,
Yeah.
hanging out, exchanged social media, met up
Mhm.
again like a year later, made out. I was like, I really like you, and she's like, we live too
Yeah.
far away. So that faded, but then Instagram still exists. So over the
Yeah.
years, we stayed in touch through
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
She came to a show one time when
Mhm.
I wasn't here yet, but I did a show in the city. She lived over in Jersey. We meet up, I think like a month or two later, and spent like the whole day together. It was like a perfect thing. Spent the whole day together.
Romantic. What'd you guys do?
banged later at the night. Well, we like went and got food, went to like not laser tag, like a barcade, a bunch of shit. Like the funnest day, honestly.
Where was
dude.
this?
In Jersey.
In Jersey.
Like
shit, yeah.
It was
City?
perfect day, dude, in my opinion. I don't know. Because we have not met. Anyway, that's the thing. So perfect day, banged. It was like the best, like literally the best time. I thought afterwards, like, oh, maybe when I move to the city, something will happen. We ended up not hanging out again after that. It faded. I don't even know what happened. It's just, she was not reciprocating after that. Doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you think
the memory of that is enough for you?
It's great.
You're saying? Yeah.
It's great. It's a great end to the whole story. But my whole point is, like, I pursued that girl for so long. I idolized her. We had sex, and then it was everything I thought it would be. If it was probably the perfect thing. Yeah. And now that she's like, I don't really want to hang out with you, it's like, I guess it's not. Yeah, I just don't even really. It's like, I guess that was the thing I wanted to happen, and now that there's nothing more, I'm like, okay, I guess that is what it is. Yeah. And sex. I also think that about. I hope.
I didn't.
What'd you say?
I said sex.
Oh,
sex. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. But like, I also think, like, because I do sort of idealize that girl I was talking about who moved to Boston, and I am like manifesting running into her again. Like, I'm doing it. I do it too often. If you
wait. What do? You manifest?
I sit there and I go, I'm gonna run into you again one day, like mentally. This is too. Sorry if this is mad gay to be.
No. I'm super gay, dude.
Yeah, dude.
With the
really
mental shit.
Hard on my sleeve. Well, it's just because I've also been through a bunch of shit lately. I've had to date a lot of women who don't know what they're doing with their lives lately, and it's really annoying. Yeah. So I'm constantly going. So I would kill to be with. The Boston girl.
So you're in the market, sounds
very
like,
much
for a relationship.
Yeah, 31. But it's not. It obviously has to. All the shoe has to fit. Like I just said. Of
course, right.
I'm not just gonna date anybody.
It's kind of cool to be in that place.
I'll fuck though. Listen, if you're a girl listening to this and you're like, I think I'm attractive enough to hook up with this man, and believe me, it's not. Yeah. The bar's not high. I'm not saying. I'm not trying to degrade you or anything already, but I'm just saying if you think I'm attractive, feel free to slide in those DMs.
Sex is great. Yeah.
I'm a slut.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm like,
it's
out
good
here.
to be in that place where you're open to a relationship and you want that. Like, I think I'm finally in a place now where I actually want that.
Yeah, dude. I want that. I was talking to Kevin Sanchez about this. I want that, but I also need more money to have that because I don't have enough money to be taking chicks on.
Listen, because the dating thing.
If the girl is like, I don't even have enough to just be dating right now. That's how it's because I'm focusing on like securing a job and like doing stand up.
Right.
But are
you full-time comedy right now? Or do you have a day job?
No. Oh no. I mean, no. I have a day job, dude. I'm not full-time comedy. Okay. I thought you meant like, are you just focusing on? No.
I meant. Like,
I wish, dude. One day
you're paying your bills with comedy. Yeah. I'll be like, fuck, sweet, dude.
I need to make way more money, dude. Maybe in the next few years, and even then, I'll have to make more money to live by myself. It's a whole fucking.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, it's fine.
Sorry to bring it up. But you're in the market for a relationship,
dude. Yeah, man. I'd like someone I can like just watch movies with. I watch a lot of movies by myself.
Yeah. I'm excited to be in a place where I like crave that. Like it's something that I would like. There was a time in my 20s where it was just mayhem, and it was like I couldn't even. So I didn't feel settled enough. There's a couple of things because you mentioned money and like comedy. It's hard to want that when you don't feel like totally like arrived. Do you feel that pressure? Like I want to arrive so I feel like I can bring a girl into this and I feel normal, stable. Yeah, not normal, just like mentally I'm in a good place. Career-wise, I'm in a good place.
You know how annoying it is to explain to a woman when you tell them you comedy and they go, "Oh, where do you do comedy?" And you go. Anywhere I can.
Anywhere they'll let me. Yeah.
Bowling. I did a bowling alley last week, and they're like,
it's an
at
awkward.
First they're like, "That's so cool," and then Dude, if you're dating a real woman after a little while, they're like, why do you do that? And
Yeah.
you're like, shut
It's
up.
hard to find a girl that gets it. That's true. That's
and
really
then
true.
they tell you to not do it as much and then not to do this and you should have kids with them and get married and you tell them you don't want to do that and you break up and you meet the girl from Boston and then you post on Instagram and that girl starts doing fucking stand-up. Anyway, it's fine. Sorry, I just wanted to be silly for a sec.
Yeah. No,
Because that's what can happen.
It is tough to thread the needle of like going from like nothing to open mic comic to like established
Yeah.
Like for a girl to sign on for that when you're in the process of becoming anything, like she's a special woman. Like she's ride or die. Like that's hard to find.
Yeah, or they're manipulative and they want to trap you and make you have a kid with them.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I'll talk. I'll
sorry,
convince
I'm
him to
being
give up
dickhead.
his dream. That's fine.
Dude,
like, come on, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah, no,
it's hard to find somebody that believes in you. I mean, ultimately, that's kind of what you want.
So I, of course, want a relationship, dude. It's just again, it's finding that person who, dude. You're right. It is that it's like shallow conquesty, whatever you want to call it. It's like, not only does this person have to be super down with my lifestyle and like the same things I like to a certain degree. I'm not looking for someone who like we spend every moment together. Believe that. Honestly, they have to be cool with me going on the road and shit.
Right.
Like,
I mean, how many nights a week could you give to a girl realistically? At this point, 0 based on your activity.
The way
level, it seems like. But like, would you be open to like?
Of course.
Okay, we'll have date night.
Of course, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I would love to go out and eat some apps with a chick. Dude.
Yeah, and just be like, we're not fucking on stage tonight.
Dude,
it's
we're
fine.
Gonna eat apps. We're gonna go out. We're gonna smoke a joint. We're gonna go eat some apps. We go to a movie. Dude, I love dating. I'm not gonna lie. Like
dude,
with
too.
someone who's
me
like,
too. If
go
it's
to mini
fun,
golf. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude. Especially that's why when I first got here, I was excited about starting comedy. Although just diving into the open, it's fucking. Whatever.
Insane, dude.
It could be shitty, but I was looking at New York like, holy fuck, I can go on dates here, dude. Like the dates you can go on in New York City. I mean, they're expensive as fuck, but like, you know,
you can do cheap ones.
Yeah,
if you're slick.
right.
Bring her to Central Park. Go to Natural History Museum.
Yeah,
smoke weed during this whole thing. So when you're at the Natural Museum, you're cracking jokes.
But it's just
about
incredible.
Shit.
It's the best place to go on dates in the fucking world.
Do you want to go
you're
get?
Never short of shit to do.
Exactly. Let's go get sandwiches.
And it's New
after.
York, so it's like romantic. I mean, I'm gay like that in terms of like,
yeah.
Like, dude, I like a romantic comedy every now and then. You know, I like the it's New York. There's the Empire State Building. There's the fucking all the basic shit.
Dude,
that
go
people
on the
come here
fucking
for.
Brookline walkway, dude. They get all oh my god, so nice out.
Yeah,
dude. I've told people to like. My mom taught me this, which was really smart of her, and she's right. It's like, you should want to do things with the person you date.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
That whole mentality of the old ball and chain, that sucks.
100%.
Fuck you. You shouldn't be doing that. And maybe
100%.
I'm saying that because I've only been in relationships. The longest relationship I had was a year, and it shouldn't have lasted that long, but it did. And that's that. But that's because I don't stay in horse shit. But I think a lot of people do. But that's that. But I think. Over time, comfortability, you get annoyed with a person. That's why I think distance is actually good.
Yeah.
But
or like having your own thing. Like if she has her own thing,
of course,
and that helps.
Of course, but you should also want to do things together. Like you should enjoy going to movies together. You should enjoy certain things together. Obviously, you have your differences, but that's what dating's for. Like, do you enjoy? My gauge for do I want to date this person is, do I enjoy hanging out with this person more than my boys?
Yeah.
And that's a big factor.
It's a high bar.
Yeah, because and this is how it goes down when it becomes, I could actually like spend, like when you spend a full few days with someone and it carries into days, that's when things start to get like, oh, this is like, I'm getting comfortable with this person.
Yeah.
And then if you start to get thoughts of like, I could go do this with my boys or I could just do this with her, that's when, in my opinion, it starts to be like, oh, this might be love.
Yeah.
This might be love.
Yeah.
And I've only had that happen twice, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest. One with the girl I dated for a year, and then Boston girl.
Yeah.
Where that was almost too immediate, which might have been carryover from my previous relationship, but it was all positive. So like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You can't like when people are like, oh, what if things happen too fast? I'm like, that can be bad. But if it's all positive, it's positive. If it's you rushing things, that's one thing. But you shouldn't. If it's positive, like if there's no bad things happening and you're falling in love, that's good. But if it's like, oh, I love how much you drive me crazy, or I love how much you
how we fight. Like
how we fight. No, fuck that.
Some people get hooked on the toxicity. And I'm like, how do you do that?
Strictly this. I love just having sex with you, and that's the only thing. That's not good either.
Yeah, that's
not
bad.
good either. Now, don't get me wrong. Sex should be. Also, I don't know why I'm relationship gagging whoever's listening.
I like
to this.
relationship talk.
But
that's good.
Yeah, you should also. There's another thing, and I don't know why people don't think that. I've ran into a lot of bitch ass dudes lately too, who are like, I don't really like having sex. You should, okay? You're a weird, it's a natural thing.
100%.
And you and the person you're with should be having sex often.
Dude, I never got that either.
Often.
The whole thing, I don't know why. Dude, something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
Go to the doctor and get.
Or you're not being. Sorry, what are you saying?
Yeah, it might be like a hormone imbalance, like low T. I don't know what it is, but like sex is awesome.
Yeah.
I've always felt like when I'm in a good state of mind, if stand-up's going well, or like if. And I may not have a girl like right there, but I'm like, dude, I want to have sex.
Yeah.
I'm very like I feel balanced. I feel like I'm in my center. I'm like, sex would be the perfect way to cap this.
Let's do this. Exactly.
Like,
yeah, man. That's usually or start the day. I'm big into that.
Day.
I'm big into morning sex or like before we go to bed.
And it makes sense too, dude. I feel like a healthy human. We're a fucking animal. You should have a sex life. You should have, you should probably work out. You should have something creative. You should have something.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever, dude.
Well, I'm big on like, I don't know, man. Like that. I like having sex. I have a big libido. Like I really, I'm. Like, that's another thing. Like if I can't date a girl who's like, I gotta.
And she'd respond to you. I kind of have a theory on that. Like if you have, a strong libido and you're happy, she probably is more likely to want to.
Yeah.
I feel like some girls who say that just haven't kind of met the right guy. Like it's like
they have a little. Oh yeah.
Girls like I don't know. Well, it's probably because the guys you're around are not like being the right kind of way.
Dude, I've dated some girls who what they tell me about the dudes they've dated, I'm like, oh, you're an like not.
Guys
you date dumb dudes.
Yeah, guys that are negative or guys that are just not doing anything.
I've just dated girls who are like, I've dated guys who like don't know how to have sex the right way, and I'm like, what do you mean in this day and age? How? Or they're just dorks, and it's like,
I
don't know, man. I'm not
like maybe they're like a I don't know corporate guy or like just a safe check all the boxes, but like also boring as fuck.
I also think a lot of dudes are very dishonest about what they like sexually too. Like what they want to have done to them.
Just say, eat my ass.
Yeah,
like, why
that's
not?
fine. Exactly. and some girls will do that, some girls won't. Yeah. Dude, I'm down. If a girl will do it, listen, I'm not.
I am down too. Bro.
I won't. I'm not saying that's like a go. I'm not a go-to guy for that. But if a girl is going south of the border,
I'm just kidding.
I'm letting her.
I don't know if I've asked for that.
I haven't asked
in years. I think maybe one time.
I've never asked. I've had a girl volunteer, and I was like. Sure, dude. Sure. I was like, I've never had this happen, but I'll do it because it was like we were having a good time. And it's 2 thumbs up, guys. Do it.
Yeah, dude.
Highly
it's like
recommend
a bidet. It's just
exactly.
You think you don't want it, but
no, you want it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not a finger guy. I've never had a girl stick a finger.
It's warm.
That's just not for me. I've had fingers in my ass for medical reasons. Not fun. Not a fun time.
Yeah.
And
fingered. Yeah.
But a tongue because it's like soft and it's like the roughness of it, not roughness of it. Just imagine it's like getting your dick sucked in your ass. There you go. That's exactly what it's like.
Is it
actually,
rough? Is it
no, it's not rough. Is what I mean. It's like imagine a tongue on your dick, but it's a dick in your ass with a tongue.
Yeah.
And it's the feeling of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I could explain.
There's a lot of nerve endings down there. It's nothing.
Yeah, but I don't like fingers. That's not for me. And,
that makes me feel.
But
violated.
I also. I'm not I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to sex. Like I do, I'm not a I don't want you to like hurt me or anything. I'll choke you.
No,
I'll
I agree.
Give you a smack if
I'm
you
more
want
like
it.
in my head of trying to be here with the person,
but I just
than like because if you're like with the person when you're having sex, like in your head in the moment, that's all you need, dude. Yeah. That's all you need.
I'm like.
I think.
I don't have a crazy kink. I'm pretty like I do what they do in porn, like very basic porn, like run of the mill porns. It's like we start out finger stuff, mouth stuff, do a bunch of positions, and then someone's coming on somebody. Like that's just the way it is. I do that stuff. That's me.
Okay.
I run the gambit.
I guess that's.
I go. We start. Usually it's whatever. You start missionary, then you're like doggy style, get on top. I do this. You sideways, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. And then sometimes it gets if the chemistry's great, it can get wild. You get some crazy shit. But I'm also not. I don't want to tie you up or anything. So like,
yeah, me neither.
That's my thing. It's like I'm vanilla. That's vanilla nowadays too.
I mean, I
is
would.
being good. Doing the basic good sex is vanilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It really is though. That's how they act.
Would you tie someone up if they asked you to?
All right, so no, I had because I've been asked, and I'm not doing that. But it's like it also like it's the degree of hotness too, and we have to have like. I'm gonna probably I'm gonna be like we're videotaping it then, and we're starting. I'm dead serious. We're starting with you untied up. I'm videotaping the whole fucking thing, and we're staying to the like. I don't care how lame it sounds.
To cover your liability reasons.
Yeah, this is a girl I love too, for real. Or smoking hot. Like Margot Robbie's like, I need you to tie me up. I wouldn't even question it honestly if it was Margot Robbie, but I would actually be like, we need to film this. Unless she made me sign an NDA, then I'm like. As long as we have that NDA, because then when the cops show up, I'd be like, she made me sign this NDA, and she made me tie her up.
Yeah.
But I would do, yeah.
I want to say yes, I would if somebody, if the girl asked, but I've never been asked.
My year-long ex would be like, I always would like if you tied me up. I'm like, nope. Or she wanted to have sex in the woods, which I was down for, but no. Not with her. I didn't love her that much. No, I just
woods would be tough, you know.
Yeah,
it
was more circumstantial. I'll give her that
like
one.
A picnic blanket or something.
Yeah, it was more circumstantial with her. I just
yeah.
Nothing against. I have nothing against sex in the woods.
Yeah, sex is interesting. How? So you said you talked to your dad. He didn't give you any pointers about the sex. But what type of upbringing was it? Were they religious? Were they pretty chill? Like, hey, you want you to be a good person?
Yeah, of course. But no, my mom's super Catholic, and my dad more or less went along with it. But he's an atheist. Okay. So he would like sprinkle the now atheist personality I have.
So he would sprinkle that stuff as a kid?
Yeah, my dad was pretty like, I would like say crazy shit to him because my mom like not not anything evil. I would just say shit like, well, that's because of Jesus. And my dad would be like, you really think that's because of that? And I'd be like, yeah, why not? And he'd be like, why do you think that? And I'd be like, because... And he'd just make me question shit. My dad was pretty smart about that.
Are you grateful for that?
Yeah,
because there's an alternate path that could have gone where he was all in and said, no, your mother says this.
Dog.
It is Jesus.
I mean, so my dad...
And then that could have fucked you up.
Dude, my dad... thank God he did it in that department because he definitely did that in other... Dude, I'll fucking talk about my... This is another thing. This is one thing I'll say about my dad. It's like I still like look at him sometimes. And I'm like, you piece of shit. Dude, again, talk about this. Sorry, because this really pisses me off. Talk about not knowing how to help your son get laid. My dad prevented me from getting my like I'll just tell you, dude. I'm 13. I think. I've been talking to the girl on the bus. She was so, for the time, like this was like, I loved her. Like not really, but you know what I mean? Like I had a huge crush on this girl. Turns out she also has a crush on me. We start talking on the phone. We're talking on the bus every day. And then she calls me, we're on the phone one day, and she's like, hey, this next weekend, I want to go to the movies with you, which means we're going to make out.
Yeah.
We're going to fucking make out.
13? Had you made out with a girl before?
No.
Oh, God.
No, dude. I was so... I think it was 13. Yeah, whatever. It was 12, 13. Yeah, it was young.
Yeah,
but is it 6th? It's 6th grade or 7th grade.
Right.
Might be... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Because this
I
is
can
what
picture
my
it.
Fucking piece of shit dad. I hate it. I love my dad. I really do. But this... she tells me this, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll be able to go, or I'll be there." And I knew my mom would not be cool with this because she was super like, "Oh, no girls," and like,
what?
She was just being fucking gay. Honestly, my mom wonders why. Like, she doesn't actually wonder, but if my mom ever wonders why I don't want to have kids or get married, it's like because they're dumb shit when we were growing up. Anyways, my dad had to take me somewhere like at some point when we were alone, and I was like, Dad, fucking dude, this girl, I really like her, and we're gonna go to the movies this Friday. I need can you bring me? And I could have even, I needed money. That's what it was. I have no money. I'm fucking young. I was like, I need money, and I figured I'd tell him so he could help me out. And he was like, oh man, I I don't think you can do that because your mom would get really mad. And I was like, why? And like I couldn't even like argue. I didn't know how to argue with him or anything. I was like, why not? Why can't you just like let me go? And he was like, no, it's just too big of a deal. And he just like wouldn't let me go to the movies. And he just like completely like ruined.
Dude,
just like really pissed me off.
Fuck that, dude.
And then and the girl like didn't really understand. And like and then it was like my friends were like, you should have just like gone to the movies, but and I was like, yeah, I needed money.
Yeah.
Like, and I also didn't. They always give me the third degree when I was a kid, like, oh, where are you going with it? And I just didn't want it to be a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like the fact
they were
that,
strict like that,
dude. It was so. I brought it up to my dad one day. We were just hanging out, and like I kind of yelled at him about it.
Yeah.
And he like didn't know I was serious, and I'm like, I'm fucking serious. Like, why the fuck did you do that? And he was like, I don't know. And he's like, I don't even remember that. I'm like, of course you don't fucking remember it.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. And I was like, I was kind of getting really mad.
How many siblings did you have?
None.
Okay, so you're the oldest and only. Okay.
Yeah, I'm his only son. He couldn't even like. And then over
dude,
the years, he tries to like. He's
understand.
tried to help me in like the worst ways.
It's
and
really
I'm like,
weird that. Well, just on that thing for a second, it's really weird to me that you're 13. You're going on a date to the movies.
12, 13, yeah.
That's so innocent. You'd think there'd be like, oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
I'll pick you
I'm
up
excited.
after.
I want to genuinely think if I was in that situation, if you had a kid and he was 13,
dude, I'd be psyched.
and he comes to me because how did you?
I would have
ask
told him what to do.
You didn't say,
dude.
"Oh, Dad, I got this chick. I'm gonna go like try to touch her boob or something." You were like, "No, I'm like this.
I would have been like, listen, son,
I need some
you're
money.
gonna go to the movies. It's gonna be mad awkward." But if you can just keep talking to this chick and like you keep looking at each other, just go for it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, pull back, eat your fucking popcorn, and drink your soda.
Yeah, my dad never told me to kiss a girl. How to kiss a girl or whatever.
It's because there's no real way to like. I guess there is a way to tell people. It's like, yo, it's vibes.
Dude.
It's a fucking vibe.
It's vibes.
It's body language.
I would love to have a talk with my son.
Not yet. I've always. I don't want to have kids.
I would ask questions. I think I would be like, so tell me about this girl. Do you like her?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I don't want to have kids, so I would be like.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
No, dude, no way. No, I'm not.
Why not?
I'm too selfish, dude. I'm a selfish man.
Well,
like I could love a woman. You know what I mean? I could not love. I couldn't.
I want kids just because I feel like my later years will be depressing if I don't.
Maybe, dude. You know, I have no idea. Let's put it this way: I haven't met a girl who I've been in love with even close to enough to want to have kids with.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to have kids. The shit I'm doing, dude. I couldn't. Yeah. I don't have a full-time career. I don't have health insurance. I don't have a 401k. I have a okay savings, but it's like I got that from selling weed when it was illegal. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. The only industry I knew is fucking dead. Yeah. Essentially, it's
weed.
Illegal weed. Like I don't grow it. Illegal weed in New York City. It's I
want to have kids, dude. This is illegal weed.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know what to like. I have trouble getting. I can't even date a chick who's emotionally available. They have so much going on. Every girl I meet, I have so much going on, and I see what they're doing, and I'm like, I'm doing more than you. Yeah. And I was down to hang with you. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
No, I hear you, man.
I have baggage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Yeah. Don't you ladies know to just like hide that shit until it pops out? Like, can't you just wait?
Baggage? Yeah.
That, like, or just how about this? Like, don't fucking if you have it, just have it.
Don't make it your identity.
Don't make it your fucking identity. Sorry, I'm not trying to hit the nail on. I'm not trying to call out anybody or anything. I've been genuinely dated. The last like two, 3 chicks I've dated have pulled the. Just don't know what's going on right now. Yeah. And it's like I did that. My ex, when I moved here, I was dating a girl and I broke up with her because I was like, I just don't know where this. I don't think about where this is going the way you do. Right. So we're not on the same page. And she was in love with me and I was not in love with her. And she was really cool, you know, and that's how I know it wasn't, there's nothing wrong with her. That's how I know I didn't love her because there was literally, I'm an idiot, honestly.
No, it's good to get to that place too, where you can just like make an assessment of like, hey, this isn't the right thing.
You know what?
There's no obvious reason why it didn't work. Like,
Yeah.
we both tried. We both made an effort. Like there was a girl I talked to recently who that happened, and you know,
honestly, I think
just a disagreement.
I think about this chick all the time too, where it's like, why I don't know what's wrong with me, dude, because I even told her, I was like, I don't know how many more good ones I can throw away. Like, and it's not like I have, but I'm just saying, like,
you think about that.
Shout out to Nikki. She ruled. Shout out to my ex, Nicole. She was a good person.
Dude, yeah.
She still is. She's alive.
Yeah, do you have that anxiety?
What?
Like,
I
how
do,
many good
dude.
ones can you throw away?
Freak,
You're
dude,
like, fuck, dude, if this one doesn't work out, I'm like, I might not
dude,
meet
talk
another
about
one.
thinking about Boston chick all the time now,
You can't
dude.
think like that, though.
I can't.
You can't. If you
and
think
you know
like
what,
that,
dude?
it'll
just,
make you not.
You know what? The other thing, dude, we're dudes. As long as we stay thin and have hair.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
These chicks
I got hair transplants. Did I tell you that?
Chicks are dumb, bro.
Did I tell you you got hair transplants?
No, I did see it on one of your podcast descriptions, though. That was funny. I think it's the one I messaged you about where I was laughing.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it, dude. I was like, I can't hide it, but I like this seat better because you can't see it as much. But
I can't really tell until you
point it out. Yeah. It's just like this awkward.
It's just a little red right now. It'll fade, right?
You gotta wait for it to grow back in. Yeah, it'll fade. I don't know. I gotta talk.
Dude,
to
if you didn't tell me, I would not have noticed.
You wouldn't have commented. Okay,
I wouldn't have cared.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have said, dude. I don't know.
Dude, your head
I'm
hair
blessed
is
every day,
fucking,
dude.
I was looking at your hairline there. It was like,
it's nice, dude.
Put it back a second, dude. Does it even go up that high? Dude, your hairline is dude. Fuck you,
dude,
bro.
This is the
fuck
thing.
You,
so
dude, I gotta fucking.
I complained, I think, to 3 different people this week about just shit. And then at the end of the day, I sit down and I go, I do really live a blessed life.
Yeah.
Like, I really do, dude. I'm doing what I want to do. And I might not make as much money yet, but, like, I really do sit down sometimes and I smell. That's important, too, people out there. Smell the roses, dude. You really got to. You got to sit down and just go, yo, again, back to what I was saying earlier. You got to look back on how far you've come from. Like, look back on a shitty time you had recently and be like, I'm come far from there, dude.
100%. I recently looked up the 2 pillars for mental health. One of them is gratitude. Like, this is a signal that you're good mentally. If you have gratitude and you have agency is the second one, meaning like you kind of have control of your life. You make your own decisions.
I do. Yeah, man.
You kind of, you can set goals and make progress towards them.
Yeah.
Agency. Gratitude and agency, and you're not insane, which we talked about this a little bit before we started recording. Like, how insane the New York scene is. Not open mics.
You mean the mental patients we do comedy with?
Correct. And it's so batshit of like not on any people, but just like the it's chaos out there. Like there's literally no structure unless you impose it on yourself.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in New York?
January. Okay. So you're 11 months, 10 months? Yeah, man.
So I'm 3 months here, and still whatever. Like, how did you adapt? This is a selfish question, but like, dude, advice about like just keeping yourself on a good track.
I mean, man, dude, I had to leave Connecticut because I like I said, I had an ex who's I don't want to pry on that either, but fine. I had an ex who started doing stand up and was like trying to ruin my life.
Right. How long have you been doing comedy, by the way?
6 years.
6 years.
And some change.
Okay.
Almost 7.
Okay.
January to be 7.
So you're doing 5 years basically.
Yeah,
6 years before moving.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
But beyond that, I was also like, there's not much to do in Connecticut in general. So I was like, well, if everyone here's being lame, I might as well move to the hub of hubs. I knew enough people out here, and I just went and did it. And I think a lot of like, I just had that focus of stand-up. I was like, I'm just going to focus on doing comedy. So when I got here, I just made a goal of like, I'm going to just do stand-up and be cool with everyone who I like.
Yeah.
That's kind of, that's all I've stuck to doing.
Yeah.
And another key is to not react to the people you don't like, because I've been really good at that since I've left, dude, Connecticut. And it's like, I'm just not, Like,
not getting caught up in anything.
Yeah,
like,
dude, because I
if you
used
don't like a person, it's fine.
Yeah,
Just
dude, I
don't have
used
fuck
to
with
even
them.
when I was in Connecticut. Like, that's another reason I left, because I was like, I think I've just worn out
Yeah.
all my shit here. Like, I just
Mhm.
none of the clubs were booking me. None of the fucking I wasn't getting consistently on shows, which I should have been because
Yeah.
I'm funnier than a lot of them.
Mhm.
But again, see, I shouldn't be saying shit like that though. But that's the way it is, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm learning slowly to not do shit like that
Right.
anymore and be snidey.
Kind of take a high road.
Yeah,
approach to, like,
I really
most
am,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
And it's like I moved out here with a completely different mindset of just focus on yourself. Like
Mhm.
that's what I think you got to do in this
Yeah.
shit. Like, don't get caught up in the drama, because
Mhm.
some people do, as we know.
Yeah.
And you just got to focus on yourself and be like, any nonsense you're going through is temporary.
Yeah.
Nobody actually cares about you.
Right. And even
Focus on
like
yourself.
good shit that happens is not.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's.
Nothing's permanent, dude. And dude, really, someone pointed that out about me. It's about my whole situation. It's like, dude, everyone's going through their own shit, so just focus on yourself. And that was a big thing of me of like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, I shouldn't. Who cares about Connecticut? I'll leave.
Yeah.
It's fucking Canadian. So here's good advice: make all your mistakes in a scene that doesn't matter, and then move to a real hub.
Right.
Because you'll still have friends
Right.
from your old scene. Because
Mhm.
if you're good,
Yeah.
you'll have people who fuck with you.
Yeah.
But if you're and if you're good, you'll then move somewhere else and you'll meet the same types of people and
Right.
just
And it'll organically kind of.
just change the way you move. Like
Change the way you move. What do you mean by that?
like learn from your mistakes. Like don't dude, I used to like huff during people's sets. Like people would be fucking bombing and I'd be like, oh, like in the background. And I wasn't wrong, but it's like
you just stop doing that.
but it's like
Yeah.
you more bees with honey
Sure.
than
You track
vinegar.
more
Yeah,
bees
so
with
it's
honey
like
than
just
vinegar.
fucking. If you don't
Yeah.
like someone, dude, make eye contact with a comic you do like and go. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
fucking. There's ways around it,
Yeah.
and just be cool. Like just
Mhm.
I don't know, man. If you don't like someone, you don't have to talk to them. You
Yeah.
can literally ignore them.
For sure.
It's the way to.
What about your
operate.
schedule? Are you pretty disciplined on a weekly schedule of like I'm gonna be at these places these days, or is it kind of like I'm curious.
I
Yeah, this
bounce
is again a
around.
selfish question because I'm
It's
starting
fine.
to apply kind
I
of a
bounce-
schedule.
I try to bounce around to different spots because it's always good for different people to see you different places. But,
Sure, sure.
I tell this to anyone who wants to move to the city: just do 2 mics a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Because anywhere
That's a good.
anywhere
yeah.
else you can only do 1 a day. So if you're
Mhm.
doing 2 a day, you're doing double more than anyone else is in
Right.
most of the country.
And you can kind of avoid burnout. Like,
dude, you don't need to do 5 mics a night unless you have so much material, you're just flying high. You're like,
Right.
or you're just having a good. If you want to do that, do that.
Yeah.
But this is my thing.
Yeah.
Some other comic told me this. Jared Schwartz, very
Great.
nice guy, very,
Yeah.
very, very good at fucking really going after his shit. He explained like if you do an hour of comedy a week, it's that progression's what it is, and what that means is time. Do an hour a week. Do exactly but like make sure you do an hour of comedy a week. That means if you're doing 5-minute sets,
Yeah.
do fucking 10 sets, 12 sets a week.
Yeah.
But split it up
Yeah. Yeah.
to
yeah,
a fucking day, and then
Right.
you're done on day 6, and then day 7 you can have a break.
Yeah.
People out here, dude, I'm grinding. It's like you need a break some days, dude.
Fuck. Thank
Sit
you
on
for
the
saying
fucking
that,
couch,
bro.
watch Netflix,
Yeah.
watch TV, order a
Yeah.
pizza, go to the
Yeah.
park, go hang out with your friends, go try to have sex.
Yeah.
Some of you,
get
dude.
something funny to happen to you and then talk.
Yeah,
about it.
dude,
Yeah.
live. Dude, my boy,
Live
shout
a
out
fucking
Ish
life.
Gupta. I was grinding hard in Connecticut when I first started, and I was like, bro, I'm going to this mic. He's like, I'm going on a date. I'm doing that. I'm going to have dinner with my mom, whatever. And I was like, why, man? Don't you miss doing
Aren't you
stand-up?
all
And he
in?
said, bro, if I don't live, what do I write jokes about? And I said,
Fuck yeah, dude.
dude, I changed my life right after that. I
Yeah.
literally started dating after that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, he's right. And I was like, yo, I got to download fucking Tinder. And then, but it's like,
No, you're good.
it's like, you get roped into doing comedy. It's so much fun, but it's like,
Mm-hmm.
if all you're doing is comedy, then you start to get burnt out and you start to
Yeah.
think like a fucking loser
Yeah.
because you're kind of around losers like the most time, like for like yeah, man, and they're fun. Everyone's funny as fuck, but like
Yeah.
and I'm not calling myself. It's just like that's the stereotype too. A lot of times, I don't consider myself a loser,
Right.
but
Yeah.
Like when you on paper, I think if you look at me in society's eyes on paper, I'm a loser. But
Does
I
that
don't-
bother you? Because this
Sometimes,
bothers me.
not really.
Because you can kind of, I try not to dwell on it too much, but it's like, you know, your friends and family, anybody in your universe outside of knowing what stand-up is, they can look at it in one of two ways. They look at it like, that's cool. I fuck with that. Good for him. I'm rooting for him. Or they could look at it like, what the fuck? Loser. That's the other thing.
I don't really care.
And you kind of have to say, well, by nature of stand-up, you're doing, by going up, you're saying, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you're
I don't
saying,
give a
fuck
fuck.
you.
Yeah.
And then I cling on to those, like, laughter's real. It's involuntary. You cannot fake it. So if
Right.
I'm getting laughs, I know in here that I'm good.
Yeah.
But there is that stigma, and I'm glad you brought that up. You don't let it bother you.
Nah, man, I
Yeah.
don't like. Again,
Or
that's
like delusional or crazy. That was the other thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. It's the same thing with
Fuck.
women who I used to date. It's like I've been through so much shit, dude, that over time you just go, yeah, I don't really care. I have always been on. I do give a fuck, but I really don't. Like in the scheme of things, I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
Like I care about the people in my life who I care about, but
Right.
like give a fuck about like. It sounds like mad misogynistic, but like I don't give a fuck about bitches, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if girls are acting up, it's like whatever,
Yeah.
dude. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in the Middle East right now. I'm sorry, I don't give a
Dude,
fuck about.
Me neither. I think they want us to care.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Don't.
I don't, dude.
I'm
there's-
hoping this is not getting ratings.
It's-
A lot of people may be upset about it, but I feel like people are
I
kind
don't
of
give a fuck, bro.
not giving a fuck.
Dude,
I hope more
I'm
people
not
aren't.
Jewish or Muslim, so I kind of shouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And dude, if you want to know my real opinions on it, I'd rather talk about it off camera because
No, for
anyone
sure.
will fucking. Someone will try to find a
I
way.
truly don't care.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's not, dude. It's more like I truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe don't fight over the surface of Mars.
Right.
I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
But what were we just
it's
saying?
weird too.
About-
Not giving a fuck about what
Yeah,
other people
dude,
think. Like the loser perception.
Yeah, man,
or
like-
the judgment kind of thing.
I give a fuck if the people in my life think I'm being like a piece of shit, but
Yeah.
But beyond that,
Yeah.
it's like I know I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
The thing
So-
that bothers me more, God, I don't know if it's fair to bring this up, but you know, with my family, religious upbringing, right, and they see all of this. It's very visible, right? You cannot ignore your son doing a podcast and doing stand up. The thing that kind of gets to me a little bit is the silence about it.
Yeah.
It's like they don't take an interest.
Oh yeah.
If they're like too afraid to talk about it, either because they think that I am lost and not a Christian, or like, you know, this is probably on me. This is a therapy thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I should confront that. I should maybe say like, hey, like, we could talk about stand. Like, do you have questions about like where I'm at?
Yeah.
Do you have questions about am I okay? Like shit like that. They don't ask, so that's like weird to me. Does your dad
Yeah.
fuck with stand up in that
Yeah,
way?
dude.
Like,
My dad asks everything. He asks all
that's
the time.
good.
My mom also
They
asks.
ask a little bit, but there's always like this wall of like Christian fucking.
No, my mom cares.
I don't care about the frame. I just want to be your son and you be my fucking parents.
Yeah, my mom.
You know?
She's like, she's pretty Christian, so she's like, I don't really like the subjects you might talk about, but I
Yeah.
understand what you're doing,
Yeah.
and she supports me.
That's great. No,
So-
I will. We never had that direct conversation. I will say both my parents are great in that they've come to stand up before in South Carolina, and the night my mom came to watch me do stand up, oh my god, like it went great. There's a lot of love in the room because people knew, but like after that, I felt like I was 10 feet tall, dude.
Yeah,
The confidence I had, the insecurities that I kind of wonder about went away. It was like her showing up and supporting me was like everything. I don't know if you feel that way, but like
No, yeah.
about your parents having your back. That's like a big thing, I think.
I had a. My dad said it was like one of the biggest laughs I ever got when my mom was at a show.
Yeah.
And this one comic dude went on stage. Shout out Colin Canterbury.
Yeah.
He has this bit about his mom.
Mhm.
A lot of bits about his mom being a whore, and she was in the audience. His mom was also in the audience, front row.
How
and
did she take it?
dude, he crushed. Honestly, it was one
Did
of the.
the mom left?
His mom was very supportive
that's
as well.
great. That's
but
great.
they have a weird relationship, obviously, because
Yeah.
the shit he was saying is like it was just a story you would not tell about your mom. And then I went
Yeah.
on stage after, and I just like drank in his moment, and I was like,
yeah.
dude, I was like, my mom's in this audience, and everyone just started laughing. And I was like, Mom, I say crazy shit, but like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? And I was like, you want to know what's even crazier? His mom's right here. And then like everyone was laughing. It was insane.
Yeah.
People just it was
Dude,
like
it was similar when my mom was in the audience.
it was just a moment thing.
I was
too.
like,
yeah.
all I had to do was like, I was before I started, I was like, so my mom's and the people.
Yeah, they love
die
it.
laughing.
I do that every time she's
Yeah.
there, just because. And now I fuck with my dad when he's in the audience.
And to be
too.
fair to my parents, you know, when it comes to like the nature of the material that's discussed, I was mortified at how awful the jokes were that she was hearing. You know what I mean? Like my mom. If you're a cat, like your mom, you know, being Catholic,
she doesn't want to hear about cum and stuff.
Hear about blowjobs and fucking.
No, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But if they're laughing, it works. If they're not, I've never done bad in front of my mom.
I mean, I didn't do blowjobs. I didn't do edgy.
My dad
I did a clean-ish set for her, but.
Dude, my dad has seen me bomb. He's seen me crush.
Yeah, that's
seen
great,
it all, dude.
Yeah.
Seen it all.
Yeah.
He's seen me perform in other countries.
Okay.
Saw me perform in Amsterdam.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. Very supportive parents. I just don't think that's a detriment to doing comedy or whatever either. But
to not have supportive parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what makes you, you know, who you are either way. And I think it's always possible to like improve that shit.
Of course, dude.
Dude, we're an hour on the nose.
Yeah, man.
I don't
if
know.
You want to call it there? You can. We can keep going.
I mean, I like talking. I don't know
about whatever you're talking about. I have no rush. I just
no, for sure.
If I went to Easy Lover, I'd be late. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm in no rush because either way, I'm gonna get some food after this. If you're hungry.
Yeah, dude, I'm hungry.
Sure. Oh, then we'll get food. So I might not even make it Easy Lover.
I'm trying to think if I have any closing questions. We had like
anything.
A lot of
dude.
Times.
Sorry, it was all about sex and stuff, guys.
No, dude, it's good.
Relationships.
Everybody likes sex and relationships.
I hope so.
It's a good topic. So
I don't know if you do. I don't do a lot of comedy talk on my podcast. Like,
yo, that's normally like
okay, that's fine
on a chalkboard comedy talk. I
yeah,
guess.
that's fine with me, man. I don't mind it at all.
You don't mind it
if it's on yours. Mine, I try to keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, you just want it to be fun. Yeah. Well, let's talk about your podcast. I want to hear about that.
So it's called Yes Offense.
Yes Offense.
Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
Yeah. So what's the vibe? It's comics
kind of like
it's comics fucking around,
dude,
or do you get into backstories a little bit? I like to talk a little bit about. It's kind of evolved or whatever. I don't know. It's just whatever. But I like it to be about the comic.
Oh yeah.
And like you learn more about them and like how they got into comedy. Maybe that's.
I bring people on usually who I know who can be silly and riff.
Yeah,
and I just talk to them about nonsense.
Okay.
Like I pretty much just.
Fuck yeah.
Just
I like episodes like that too.
Thought about this. You thought about that. Are you gay? And just a lot of that.
Yeah.
I'm very off the cuff. I don't have a plan. The only time I do honestly is when I have two women on, just so I keep them engaged. I make them.
Why? Because they'll lose interest in like.
Yeah, you never know. Well, you just never know, dude. You know, like I want them to leave happy.
Yeah.
I usually make them snacks too.
I had two women on before. Yeah, they usually end up ganging up on me or something.
Yeah, that's fine too.
That
I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind
I like
that.
that. I like when they give you shit. Yeah.
Because I can.
We had Whitney Rayner and Liz Park on here, and they just tore me up. So.
I'll go at them, dude. Yeah. I also tear them up because I'll be like, "Do you guys do this, or are you dumb like other women? Do you do dumb things like women do?" And then I also ask them. I also have when I have women on, I ask them about Usually ask them about bad dating stories. Just I think I'm a pretty good date, so I like to hear about the horrible ones. And a lot of them show up drunk. That's the key one.
That a man shows up drunk?
Dude shows up drunk to a date.
What about high?
Well, that's me, dude.
I show up high every time.
I usually don't show up blitzed. I usually smoke, though, so it's like throughout the day, which I'm getting better at.
Right.
Dude, I actually made it.
How do you feel about weed? You want to cut it out, or you want to?
Dude, I love weed. I'll probably never quit, but I'm getting older, and it's starting to can't wake and bake the same anymore unless I don't want to do anything that day.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing now, I'm realizing is if I smoke during the day, I'm just like I'm wonky. I'm just it's starting to hit me. Especially if I have things to do. If I have to do stand up at night, dude, it's just I'm getting exhausted.
Yeah.
So starting today, actually, and when filming this, obviously today,
accountability post
started smoking weed at 12 today, noon, which is a big deal for somebody like me.
Yeah.
So
I've never done wake and bake.
I wake and bake it's been bad.
Yeah.
All the time.
Mm.
So
how do you feel? How have your mornings been different?
This morning's been great, but it was anxiety. It was a lot of like fuck. Like
This is not routine. We're not doing it.
I'm spazzing, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, but you need this. And then my point is I want to get to the point where I'm not smoking during the day.
Yeah.
I'll just smoke at night when I'm done with everything.
Yeah.
And I'm home.
Yeah.
And because it's just too much.
Yeah.
And it's money and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So cutting back, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna get there, and I know I can because I'm mentally.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm finally like
sure.
taking steps to do it.
That's kind of how I treat it, as kind of like a relaxing activity, rewarding after you've done
yeah.
work. That's kind of where I have it now.
Like today.
Do you drink alcohol?
No, not
No?
often at all,
Yeah,
bro.
me neither.
I
I
drink.
quit.
Dude, I never even had to quit. I drink like once every 3 months, I'd say. And I mean like get drunk. I look
Mhm.
at drinking as getting drunk.
Do you think that's changing, like, for everyone?
No,
like,
it should always be like that.
Well, like, people that, like...
You're an alcoholic if you drink every day casually.
Yeah,
You know
but
that.
I
Right?
just... Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was, like, 23, 24, getting out of school, and, like, we fucking partied. Like, my college buddies did. And, like, I look back now, and there's people in my company that are, you know, that age, and I'm seeing them at work functions where alcohol's free. They can have as much as they want, and they're not drinking. And, like, Gen Z, I'm wondering if they're, like, not as into let's get fucked up all the time.
Well, you
we
should
treated it
definitely
like that.
You should definitely experiment and get fucked.
I think you should sow your wild oats and shit, but it seems like as a trend, people are getting away from, like,
Well,
but booze all the time. 'Cause
booze.
it's, like,
Well,
not-
because booze, dude. I don't know if you guys like. I'm 31. I know I look great. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
but
I'm 34.
A lot of people
yeah.
tell me I look very young for my age,
Mhm.
and I tell them my secret: no kids, no booze.
Right.
For real, I do not do
Mhm.
drugs. I don't really do drugs. I smoke weed like a fucking chimney, but
Mm-hmm. That doesn't count. I mean,
dude, if you look at like Tom Petty, who smoked weed all the time, he aged shitty maybe because of his drugs. He doesn't look like shit though when he was old.
yeah.
He smoked weed all the time.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that's the reason, but
Does weed help you with aging?
no, I'm just saying
doesn't
it's
hurt?
not the it's not
the cause.
dude. Alcohol. You're 34. You know this,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
25 and on, all your friends, you notice the ones who drank just got fatter, faces puffier,
Yeah.
hair loss.
Yeah.
They slow down. They get
Yeah.
angrier. It's like, bro, alcohol
Yeah.
is poison. Like,
Yeah.
it really is. I don't,
Yeah. Your eyes get sunken in.
Yeah,
you
dude.
have this, like, look to you.
dude. I've known many alcoholics. Like I was boys with some alcoholics. And
Yeah.
the whole thing blow.
So your boys now not really fucking with alcohol like that? I mean,
no,
they'll
dude,
drink,
nope.
but not like
I don't really-
partiers.
yeah, dude. I don't really hang out with people who drink.
Yeah, dude,
like,
that's the
heavy
scary part. I
anymore.
don't think about, like, in my 20s, because my friends were alcoholics until I found
too.
stand-up. Then all my friends became, like, maybe they'll drink, but not really.
There are a lot of alcoholics in stand-up and a lot of drug addicts as well.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
and
No, I'm sure there
technically
are. I was
I'm
lucky,
technically a
yeah.
drug addict. I smoke weed every
Mhm.
day, and that's addict activity, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I actually really don't mind it. But
yeah.
because I don't let it interfere with which I'm definitely trying
Yeah.
to make it not now, but I don't
Yeah.
let it what you call it. You have a real problem with drugs or alcohol when they're affecting you like financially and emotionally.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't really have that.
Yeah.
Even though I do use weed as a crutch for like
Mhm.
when I'm angry and shit. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying. It's also why I'm focusing on just use it as the end of the day
Yeah.
relaxer, like
Fuck yeah.
or a fun time. Like if we're at a party,
fun
if I wanna
time,
go to the
dude.
movies
Yeah.
and just get
It's
a
fun as
little
shit.
zooted,
Yeah.
or like a really nice dinner because it's munchies.
Uh-huh.
But like I do it before work.
It's
dude.
fun. I mean,
do
to me,
it.
it just makes you silly. It makes
Yeah,
you
it's like I go on walks and do it. And It's like
Yeah.
I can do that at the end of the day.
I like just looking at shit. Like,
That-
you know.
Again,
just-
if you want to have a day of it or have your day off, you really want to smoke a joint. There's nothing wrong with that. But the amount of
Mhm.
weed I smoke is insane.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I want to look at is food. I don't know how you are with food, but do you overeat? Do you
Yeah,
binge?
dude, I'm a piece of shit. I eat like shit, dude. In fact, after this, I'm hoping we're gonna eat some bad food.
Yeah, no, we'll eat like shit, but like oh god, I have some late night habits post.
Oh, dude,
I'll be
it's
like, dude,
get-
I'm treating myself.
dude, it's getting
Especially if you
bad.
have a good set, you're like, dude, I'm eating
Yeah.
fucking peanut butter and chocolate. And
Yeah.
caramel.
Dude,
There's a food truck over here I always get.
I recently, it's another habit I'm trying to break, and I'm getting better at it. Is I eat late night. I'll come home stoned, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have snacks. I'll have
Yeah.
like Oreos and fucking
Yeah.
Doritos, crack. Like
Yeah.
I'll make fucking toast and shit. Like
For sure.
And it's just when any of those days I wake up either I don't sleep as well or I wake up and I'm in a fucking mood. I'm realizing I'm in a fucking like. That happened today when I wasn't smoking and I was like I ate like shit last night. I was in a fucking. Like, but I'm getting dude. I have anger issues and I'm getting really good at like. I still once in a while will be like fuck.
Yeah.
But I used to punch shit. I used to fucking like spaz and I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And
good stuff, dude.
getting better, man.
I'm glad. Well, that's kind of a good segue to get some food and
yeah,
wrap
dude.
it up.
Whenever
But,
you're
dude,
down, man.
I had a blast, man.
Yeah, man. I hope it wasn't too. Every podcast I've been on lately. I feel like I just talk about like mental health and sex. I'm trying to be silly,
dude. That's a huge topic in the ether. I feel. I feel like it's on a lot of people's mind, and I think I got a lot of great shit out of this. I thought.
Thanks,
it was very
man.
fun. And,
I'll come back anytime if you ever want me back. I'd love to come back. You have to do my pod.
Fuck
too.
yeah, I'd love to.
Now.
I thought you'd never ask.
No,
yeah, no, I'd love to if you have me. Yeah, bro.
Love to you and probably Zach. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because we've had a bonding experience.
For sure. Yeah, Zach's great.
I'd even have you and Alexis if she's around sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe
she'll be back.
More future. We'll see.
Fuck yeah, 100%. So I'll link everything. Did you have anything specific you wanted to shout out that you got coming up? This will come out in 3 weeks, so if you have shows.
Yeah, if dude, if you listen and you're like in the New York area, I'll be at St. Mark's Sunday, February 19th.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's my show. It's me and Brandon Ledesma.
Shit, yeah.
I almost always say Brian Ledesma. That's so disrespectful. Sunday, November 19th, St. Mark's, 9 p.m. It's going to be a fun one. And Saturday, November 25th, Concentric Brewing Company in Portland, Connecticut, which I doubt.
Yeah.
But hey, you never know. So that'd be great. And
Yeah.
If you guys like my nonsense, check out the Yes Offense podcast.
Yeah. And for people that are listening from South Carolina, a lot of people from that comedy, you put clips of your stand-up and shit up?
Yeah, there's a few up
There's
there.
a few. And
Silly Sally.
yeah, and
On
it's
Instagram,
another good
please.
podcast to support. Like fucking, you get to know New York comics.
Yeah,
and,
man, you
and,
guys-
and it's
and you
riffing. It's
yeah.
not all intellectual or like
Yeah.
serious.
Not
like
at
ours
all.
Is, like ours is. Sometimes.
Not at all. It's
I
actually,
fuck around, but
no,
it's
I
just,
have. We have some serious talks on my podcast too, but it's usually nonsense.
No, but it's cool, and you're serious about it. You've done how many episodes are you in?
I'm
at
in like
this?
120s. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we're in the 120s
Oh,
here,
hell
so
yeah,
it's been
dude.
around as long. So yeah, like support that fucking podcast.
Yeah, man.
dude.
If you haven't, if you're in South Carolina, you haven't heard about me already from other podcasts.
you need to listen to Tuesdays with Stories
Yeah.
every week. You can listen to fucking a New York.
Oh, I just meant through gossip, but yeah, it's
gossip.
fine.
Oh
No.
yeah.
But,
yeah.
No, for real. Shout out to any fans.
Sounds good.
Man, this is great. I hope you'll have me back someday.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. All right, thanks a lot, listening, everybody. See ya.
Once that deal is done, ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done, ain't got no